In Tehran today, they were protesting the execution of the Shia cleric Sheikh Nimr al-Nimr by the Saudi authorities. He was not only a leader of Saudi Arabia's oppressed Shia minority, but a senior Ayatollah, followed by Shia Muslims in Iran and across the globe. The Iranian government has condemned zealots who attacked the Saudi embassy on Saturday night, but given a public shrug to Saudi's decision to cut diplomatic relations.
It is you, Saudi Arabia, who'll suffer after cutting ties with Iran. Iran is a big, powerful country. The whole region knows that.
Al Arabiya television showed Saudi diplomats landing in Dubai from Tehran last night. Today, their foreign minister was more belligerent than ever about Sheikh Nimr.
The Iranians and their allies have been pushing and promoting terrorism and recruiting people, inciting, providing weapons and explosives to people, and Nimr was one of them. He is as much of a religious figure as Osama bin Laden was. He's not. He's a man who was agitating, who was organizing cells, who was providing them with weapons and money. He was engaged in attacks against Saudi security forces that led to the death of people. In short, he was a terrorist.
That will further anger Shias in Saudi, who are out again this evening protesting the killing of their leader. Sheikh Nimr was executed alongside al-Qaeda members, but human rights activists say, by contrast, he was a political dissident who never espoused violence.
To group Sheikh Nimr with terrorists and to include him under the banner of terrorism is a travesty in itself. And what we're seeing increasingly is that Saudi Arabia is using terrorism and very vaguely worded terrorism laws to try and sentence human rights defenders.
Today in Bahrain, a handful of protesters were met by armed police. The issue threatens to fuel conflict within countries and across the Middle East. Bahrain, the UAE and Sudan, all Sunni governments, have followed the Saudi lead and broken or downgraded diplomatic relations with Iran. Civil war is already tearing apart Syria and Yemen, with Iran and Saudi on opposing sides in each. Now tensions are likely to rise in Iraq, Bahrain and Lebanon, which all have significant Shia populations. King Salman must have known the likely impact of the executions, and also that his ally Britain would offer only the mildest of criticism.
We condemn and do not support the death penalty in any circumstances, and that includes Saudi Arabia.
In Iraq, 2 Sunni mosques were attacked today, apparently in revenge for Sheikh Nimr's execution. Peace talks on Syria now look more difficult than ever, as Saudi Arabia and Iran are less likely to persuade their proxies to negotiate. This was a killing with consequences.